Just move.
Yeah. Sticked up at the table like we know sushi had 10 and 17. Draped in all Gucci, I'ma need my glue.
When you expect people to do the same thing for you that you do for them, that's an expectation. You expecting them to be like you.
Speaking of toxic, what's going on, my guy?
Speaking of toxic,
we got one of the most toxic guys. Hey, listen up. Have a seat, man.
The nigga's shirt say toxic tone.
Yeah, that's he got on the right shirt for today.
Nigga don't get on talking about that girl, man. He's supposed to fuck him and feed him dog food anyway.
Excuse me, sir. Okay.
So this ain't Brett Reed's first run-in with the law. In 2007, he was actually charged with running some kind of drug ring with his brother outside of Andy Reid's house in Philadelphia. Like, people just be too rich to be so ghetto. You really cannot teach people manners.
The way that I grind, you should see sparks flying. No F, I ain't trying. I stay ready for that action. Hell no, I ain't capping. Did you see how I fucked and had my leg up like a captain? Straight dripping, all my niggas is gorillas. You don't wanna see us tripping.
What's up, everybody? You are watching the Rocky Road Productions Porch Talk Podcast, episode 33, Love and Success Edition, with myself, Rocky Road, Diana. She's videoing in, Big Fella, Shelby the Great, and our special guest, Miss Fifi the Plug. You can catch her on the Pink Part at Tuesdays at, 8:30?
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock.
Yeah.
I'm glad she's here, so I would have fucked that up.
In the morning show.
And the morning show, Rise and Grind.
Yeah.
Let them know what it is at 9 o'clock.
Yeah, Monday through Friday.
Make sure y'all tune in to that, please.
For sure.
So, the title of today's episode is Let's Talk About Submission.
Oh, shit. What you call me for?
Because I know it's going to be interesting, especially with these clips.
We'll teach you. Don't worry about it. We'll
She going to be all
I
right.
can't stand it. I quit.
We're going to teach you, Fee.
This is entrapment.
It's not, honey. You are our co-host.
No, this is an intervention. Baby.
Gosh.
Not an intervention.
If y'all pull some letters out y'all pocket, I swear to God, I'm out of here.
You know what?
No, we got Sage.
Right.
You
We
know
got-
what?
With the quick notes on y'all phone, talking about, hold on just a minute. No, I'm not. I'm not.
Listen here.
That's what's up.
You are our co-host and you help make our show great. We need you to get in here
Oh,
and go
shit.
hammer time on the like button and share this video.
Yes.
Share it because you love us. Even share it because you hate us. Just share it. We would like to get to the bottom of why women have become disagreeable with their men and why they have such a hard time with being in compliance with what is asked of them from their mates. We have about 5 clips from Shahrazad Ali. She's an author of many books addressing the many ills of the black community. I encourage you to Google her. The clips that have been chosen for today's show, I believe, are relevant in explaining various issues we have that have led to the discord in our relationships, taking us back to the subject of today, that being submission. I'm sure some of you will agree and some of you will be pissed, but that is what's going to make this a great show. So,
That S word. That damn S word.
Submission?
Yes.
I mean, what? Okay, so what does it mean?
we got to get the Google out.
What does it mean?
Go ahead.
I want to know a man's interpretation. Like, Raquel, get that. What does it mean?
And
Which
that's-
one of these men folk?
Oh, we just gonna jump on in right there and there?
What does it mean?
I thought you was getting ready to say something.
I'm gonna give you the definition is the action or fact of accepting or yielding to a superior force or to the will or authority of another person.
I'm going to take the stuff after the or.
Okay, read that again. I went to DeVry.
Okay. The action or fact of accepting or yielding to a superior force or to the will or authority of another person.
Listening.
Yeah. Pretty
Listening.
much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't
It's respect. It's a respect thing.
Listening.
I don't see the difficulty in understanding. Not talking about you, but
Right. No,
just women in general. I don't see the problem. I just think it's just a bad pool of people in general, on men and women.
That abuse it.
Yeah, you know what I mean. But just to try to simplify it the best I can, in its most simplest terms, you can't in one relationship or one household, you can't have two. What can I say? You can have two entries. You got to have an exit and an entry. You know what I mean? You got to have this and that. You can't have two thises. If that makes sense. So somebody's going to have to concede. Somebody's going to have to chill, lay back, you know, and I'm not saying it has to be all the time or on every topic or whatever the case may be, but it seems as though I hate to say, you know, I hate to throw the race card out there.
Come on, boy.
I love my black women, but I think we're talking about black women in general right now.
Absolutely.
So it's just with black women, they just find it so hard to give on anything. I don't care what it is. It can be just moving this here. No, I want it right here. You know what I mean? It's just anything. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, wait a minute.
Okay, go ahead.
And I'm not saying that they haven't been given a healthy supply of fucked up reasons to not trust people and not follow, not submit or follow, because they had so many fucked up leaders. I'm not getting into the reasons. I'm just getting into the actions and getting into the results. And the result is women just don't want to bend. They don't want they especially if they making a little money and they got the career or whatever. There's no submission. There's no giving. They're not about to lay down for nothing. They drew that line and that's it. You tiptoe over it. It's a problem. And
I got a question.
Yes, with the question.
When you finish. When you finish.
Go ahead. I forgot you was there. Oh Lord.
Dang,
Go ahead.
forgot about me. Dang. Okay, Raquel, you married. Would you consider yourself submissive?
Yes, a lot of the times, and but I am a strong-willed person, so going off of his opinion, he probably was saying, I don't know about that, so.
I don't know about that.
Who, my opinion or his opinion? My opinion or his opinion?
Byron's a bit. Show me the great.
I want to know. Like, oftentimes discuss what women not listening because they are so strong-willed or because they won't bend, or like you said, big fella, like the traumatic situations that we have been placed in and all of that, right? What does submission look like? Like, I know we got a definition, but is it something like, okay, we need to move and I don't get a say in it? Okay, this is what we doing right now for dinner and I don't get a say in it. Like, on a grand scale of schemes and on a lower scale of schemes, like what does submission look like? Because I feel like that is what the largest disconnect is between men and women, is what the expectation of submission is in the relationship.
Who you asking? You asking me or Big Fella?
I was asking which one did you want to answer that? Or
I'll definitely answer that.
That's a great question. It's a great question too.
I want to know what it looked like.
It's a great question.
What it looked like.
It looks like trust. That's what it looks like.
Damn it! I thought you was about to dig in on that one.
No. I mean, because
I want depth. Like, yeah, let's dig in.
All right, so, it looks like you get a. We can come together and we can confer. You know what I mean? But ultimately, the decision should be my decision. Ultimately, you know what I mean? Because it's just. Ultimately, it should be the decision of the man in your relationship if you trust him. If you don't, then okay, that's another situation.
Well, I
agree.
I was gonna say.
I can see that.
I was gonna say, when you with the right person, most of the time you're gonna get the decision anyway. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It's when you have that clash. When you have that clash and it's like 50-50, and it's say it's something important, with the right man, a lot of times when you are a submissive woman and you with the right man, you're gonna get to say so on most things anyway. Mm-hmm. It's like, babe, it's up to you. Go ahead, do however you want to do it, because that man is already getting the submission from his woman. So he like, dude, she's so giving to me. It's like, here you go, do whatever you want with whatever. But a lot of times, a lot of relationships, a lot of marriages, it's so much conflict. Y'all heads are bashing all the time. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's not as simple as just, it's my decision. And I think that's where a lot of women become conflicted at, because they looking at it as I'm losing or I'm giving in, when a lot of the cases in a relationship, it should just be a negotiation and a compromise. It shouldn't. There is no I'm over this and I'm over that. It shouldn't be none of that. It's really the submission. Okay, so this is what I was going to say earlier. There's a lot of things that men submit to that we don't talk about. You know what I mean? Submission in a lot of ways is just basically taking the initiative and giving You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of things, like, when we're not going to get into the role thing, but a lot of things in the household. A woman should take the initiative and do it and submit to it. Just like a man is submitting to, you know what, go get that car fixed. Go fix something. You know, it's the same thing, but it's just reversing. You know what I mean? It's just more so just taking the initiative and saying, you know what, I'm going to submit. I'm going to do this. I'm going to cater to my man. I'm going to do this. And when that right guy get all this submission, the world should be given to you anyway.
We got a question or a statement. I was just, JoJo, shout out to JoJo. I was just talking to one of my homegirls, and she said the problem is people think submitting to a man means your way doesn't matter or you're lesser than, and it's not. How y'all feel about that? I think Big Fella pretty much just said the same thing, really. Didn't you just say?
That's what I was about to say, because I agree with y'all. That's why I asked that question. I wanted a male's perspective, because I feel like submission is one of those words that's so triggering, I guess.
Mm-hmm. It definitely is.
But it's just that. Like, it's like you said, it's trust. When you have, like y'all said, when you have this mate that you trust has your best interest at heart, and you know that you can hold their hand with your eyes closed, it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't matter what they do. And then you pour into them and they pour into you, and that's just the balance of the relationship. Like y'all said, I completely agree. I just wanted to know, and I wanted our listeners to hear, like, what submission looks like from a man.
Yeah, a lot of women need to understand that submission does not mean your opinion doesn't matter.
Right. No.
It does not mean I'm going to get the last word off of this and over that. That does not mean that. It simply means in a household. Listen, if I'm real strongly about something, that's the way it is. And in most cases, if you're really strongly about something, as the person who with you, I'm not going to battle with you. If you're real strongly about it, if I love you and I care about what you think, I'm going to be like, cool. You know?
Felicia, you had something to say, baby. Go ahead. You had something to say.
So I just think that at the end of the day, you have to first, before you submit to somebody, you have to believe in them. You know what I'm saying? And I think that a lot of people pair up with partners and they don't believe in them. They get telltale signs at the beginning to show them that this is not the person for them, or they are not a good teammate, because at the end of the day, more than us just being together and paying bills together, we have to build something together. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, on any level, like, and I think that we take, a lot of times we submit and consider every other aspect of our life way more and way harder than we do our love life. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So when it comes to that, we just like take whatever and try to like piece it together and work with it and shit. And it's like billions of people out here, just like it's billions of jobs. So if you hated your job, you would go and get another one. But people stick with, you know, this situation, and they don't never experience that, because it's not really supposed to be a struggle, I think. And
what isn't supposed to be a struggle?
But no, listen.
Relationships?
So, yeah. But listen, like I'm saying to believe in your mate, because I think from the outside looking in, I see you in you know, Raquel or whatever. Right. And I think that y'all have a good blend, because I don't think no situation is good. You like great, you know what I'm saying? But it could be good for you. And y'all have a good blend, like, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So with that being said, you could see that she believe in you. You know what I mean? And a lot of times you could see that the opposite thereof on people, and that makes the difference in whether or not you are able to be submissive to somebody, because a lot of women don't even understand that, and a lot of men can't show you that because she don't trust you enough to bend.
And you know what? And I'm glad that you said that. I'm glad that you said that, and I'm glad that you explained that from a woman's perspective, because that's the thing that's missing. When I asked that question, that's really all I want people to do. You don't have trust.
Yeah.
Let's bear it out.
Do you believe in me or not? Like, do you believe in the vision?
And I know it's kind of hard for women to kind of admit that. Like, I don't believe in this dude that I done had kids with and banged and, you know what I'm saying, and do all this stuff. Well, because the next question that anybody gonna ask is, well, why you with him?
That's my whole question. Like,
You see
why?
what I'm saying?
It's
That's the
undeserved.
whole
Like, but
question.
neither of you
That's the whole
guys are deserve to be in that type of situation because everybody deserves to be with somebody to build. If not, build alone. Like, you know what I mean? That's crazy as hell to not be able to build with your partner. That's absolutely retarded to me.
You know, my cousin had put a post up a couple of days ago. She made a comment, and I never knew that my uncle said this, but I said, he's, God rest the dead, Uncle Billy, but he said he told her that anything with two heads is a freak of nature.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Say that 5 times,
yes,
okay? Like real shit, okay?
Hey, we all gonna look at anything with two heads.
They trying to split it.
Yeah,
right.
we're gonna be studying that for now until forever. You know what I mean? So we constantly keep doing things that do not work, right?
Exactly.
And it starts with leadership.
Yeah.
Right? So we've taken the back seat theoretically, right? A lot of men have taken the back seat as far as women is concerned, or in a relationship, took the back seat and allowed kind of like for women to take the lead, and this is the fruit that we've bore since then,
right,
which is not really good.
Right.
Only thing that we got right now is that we can say was a creation from, from men pretty much sitting back is OnlyFans and Tatiana.
Yeah, we are GMOs.
That's
right
it.
now.
You see what I'm saying?
We just the world of GMOs.
We ain't build shit, really. What have we built? What have we built really substantial since Malcolm X and Martin Luther King died? Nothing.
I want to give a couple shout outs. What's up, Wit? What's up, Big Wit? What's up, Shanny? What's up, John 2? John 2 said some of these motherfuckers nowadays they can't even lead you to water. What's
and that is a fact.
What's up, JoJo?
That is a fact.
Let's see, did I get everybody?
But see, that's trust.
You just got to come from people.
It definitely
But
is
I heard-
trust.
yeah.
Trust.
For sure.
Trust is a. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, my bad. I was just going to say, like Kiki said, like we see these red flags. At the
Yeah,
beginning of
you
these
just stay.
relationships, and we be like, oh, but it's okay. It's
You
okay.
just stay.
Knowing
Just
that
be
shit don't
pissed
fly.
off.
Like knowing it doesn't fly, knowing it doesn't work at all for you, knowing that this fool is dumb as hell. like
You been with this person for years with a lump in your throat. That's retarded. Heart ain't
lump in
hard
your
as hell.
and then y'all then the arguments happen. The arguments don't
You doing the
stop.
opposite of everything he say. You
Exactly.
a fool.
You stuck.
Right.
He won't. Now he finds you with
Now listen,
combative
we
and all
got
of
we
that.
go chill on the dude bashing right now. Okay,
No,
listen.
They're going
No,
in.
no,
Listen,
I'm
y'all
not
go-
saying in
bashing
general.
dudes.
I'm
I'm
saying in
actually
general.
talking about being
I'm letting
unhappy
your
in a
tank run in.
situation. I'm not bashing dudes at all. I'm bashing
worked for
retarded
somebody.
people
What
in
don't work for you
retarded
works for
situations
somebody.
and
I'm just
gorilla
messing.
gluing themselves there like that girl did that ponytail.
Big Wit has a comment, but before we can
I'm just
get
messing.
to that, let's go ahead and play a clip. We gonna just select a clip and talk about it, okay? Because it was
You done
probably
made-
getting in sequence, so it don't matter at this point.
Fifi keep making them weed references.
Oh,
GMO, Gorilla Glue.
greener things.
See,
My position is that the black woman's disrespect and rebellion against the leadership and the authority of the black man is a direct cause of the breakdown in our black family structure. Now, of course, there are many black people who consider those fighting words because as black women, we have never been subject to the kind of examination that our men have been subject to since we have been here. We have been somewhat protected and shielded from any kind of critiquing about our personal behavior, whereas our men have always been up for examination. The book is not an attack on black women. I have never said that all black women do everything that I list in my book. None of us have lived long enough to do everything that I list in the book, but most of us do some of the things that I've listed in my book. And I do say that it is not because of generalizations that we are all victimized by some of the negative patterns of behavior in the book, but the book just represents our collective contribution. This is some of everything that we have done or that we do daily that contributes to the breakup of our relationship, the destruction of our man, and the failure of our children to be able to function. They did not tell us that all of that, being my own person and I'm independent, would lead to separation, loneliness, celibacy, and lesbianism. They didn't tell us that if you give up the man, you're going to take one of these things and it's worse and it will destroy your nation. They didn't give us that information. They made us think that it was some kind of glorified position to brag about the fact that I got my own job, my own credit card, my own car, so I don't need no man. I don't even know how we got that mixed up. Ain't none of that got nothing to do with being with no man. We have some serious relationship problems that nobody has been able to address us on because everybody wants to pretend that this is not going on. Over 60% of our women are single, widowed, separated, or divorced. They don't have a man. I just came out of Florida and they got a housing complex that the Urban League built, which is a black organization that is for women and children only. They say they don't allow any men in there. I didn't have time to deal with it, but I talked about them real bad. That's the silliest program I've ever heard of. You know them women that had men if they got a bunch of children. They need fathers. They need protection. We hear about the drug problem that we have in our projects across the country. It's one of the major places that we have a drug problem. We talk about the great strength that we have as black women. Well, the welfare department don't rent government apartments to single black men. Those apartments belong to black women who are allowing this to go on in their home. We have not looked at what part of the responsibility do we share. Yes, black men sell a lot of drugs, and a lot of us black women get the money from them drugs and buy some of these fancy clothes we wear. Drive around in some of these fancy cars. He is not doing these things alone and without support from us, whether they are good or bad. See, we have a lot of power. We are very strong women. I'm saying that we're using our strength in the wrong direction. We're using it to tear our man down, tear our nation down instead of building it up. Having an education and a job does not necessarily mean you have a successful life. I keep telling black women that to raise a child, they say, well, I provided with food, clothing, and shelter. That's not raising a child, that's maintaining one. To raise a child, you need a parental coalition of a man and a woman. We have sons who, by not having a father in the home, they don't know how to respect women. They take on the black female emotionalism. They're doubtful. They're indecisive. They can't make a decision. They don't know what to do about being a man because we can't teach them that. We don't have that knowledge. We have daughters who grow up in a home where they don't see any affection, where there's no man there. They go out into the world and try to mate. They don't have no idea how to be no woman to no man, how to function in a house with a man, because they haven't seen it. Most of our children, just like us, get all the information we have about how you be with a mate off television.
Okay, so that was a lot to. The thing is, these clips are a little more lengthy because it's stuff that everybody needs to fucking hear. So
that part,
you'll be all right. Just sit tight with us. So Whitney says we're going to respond to that video, but I do want to appease to respond to the people in the comments because they are giving us their time. Can a man lead in a home where he moves in with the woman and depends on her financially, drive her car, etc.?
Absolutely not.
Why does he want to?
That is not a leader.
That's a follower. He following your ass to get where he need to go.
Right.
That is a taxable dependent.
But see, that's why the question was posed earlier, is because, we have to be honest, man. Sometimes y'all women make some fucked up decisions with these dudes. You know what I mean? So, you ain't gonna submit to somebody that you don't trust. Why you with them? Get rid of them.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's one of the biggest issues that we got. You keep messing with fuck boys. When it's dudes out here that's really grinding, doing their thing, and women won't give them they due. You know what I mean? Drive them crazy on the off chance that he just so happened one day turn out to be that damn nigga that you used to be with. You know what I mean? It's like women get into relationships with fear being the first emotion that they express. You know what I mean? Instead of it being an educated decision to, all right, well, I'm gonna get into this relationship and I'm going to make a concerted effort to trust this dude. You know what I mean? That should be first, man. You know what I mean? Not an orgasm. That's crazy. It's backwards.
But don't you think that that's like a genderless statement though? Like both of them don't. I think men sometimes or at times don't trust either when they first get in there.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So
absolutely.
So if neither of you let your guard down, then what?
I mean, then we gonna have the situation that we done had for the last 60 years.
Yeah, I think it's just something that consciously we all have to think about. Just the whole level of trust. You know.
But come on, Fee. You already know the guys out there that's really handling their business, and you know. I'm sure your predecessors and the women that you listen to have told you how to identify these individuals, but we kind of get a little bit. Well, you know, this guy's a little bit more fun. I'm gonna tell you right now, the guy that you're supposed to be is gonna be boring. 9 times out of 10.
A square.
You see what I'm saying? 9 times out of 10, this dude is not going to be really exciting. You see what I'm saying? But it's the individual that you need to be with. You know what I mean? So I wasn't looking for no female to back it up on me at all. You know what I mean? When me and my wife was dating.
Right.
No, I was looking for a woman. I wasn't looking for a girl, right? You know what I mean? I worked in bars for years.
My God, girl, you look good. Won't you back that ass up? So if he's a lot of fun, you gotta run.
What's that?
Pretty much.
But that's not. I mean, I think at the end of the day, it's all about your definition of fun. Like,
Yeah, that
you know
too.
what I'm saying? Because
exactly,
if you abuse that person, then that's what that is. That's your fun.
I think. Oh, okay.
Call on the line. Tell us what you want.
Hey guys.
What I with?
So I was just listening to the part because I don't know what y'all was just talking about, but the part where Byron was answering my question. So this is my question to you answering my question online. You guys know my real life, so you know I have been in some bold relationships.
Okay.
So me, I have been in a relationship, probably 2, where I have gone in fully believing we gonna grow, we gonna build, we gonna do this, blah 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 blah, and the man still wasn't shit. Like still depended on me to do things financially, help, blah 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 blah, but wanted me to be a submissive force in that relationship. So how are we supposed to submit in situations like that? Like you not being any kind of leader.
Well,
I'm still trying to trust and do all of this, you know what I'm saying? And at that point, I know, thinking back, I'm the dummy, but
no, I don't.
That's the situation. Like, it's people out here that do go in here first and believe and think that things could change, and then still,
Well, I don't think you're a dummy, first of all. And if you submitted and did your part, that's all you can do. You know what I mean? We all try to do stuff and it fail. It doesn't mean to stop doing it, because the moment you stop, that's going to be the person that you should have been doing it with.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And it would have worked and everything would have worked out. So, I believe me, you didn't do nothing wrong. That's just his fault. That's just his loss. That's what that is. You know,
you're not big fella. Me and my husband, we good. I've had to bump my head a few times, but I'm just engaging with y'all, so I'm gonna hang up and listen again.
Okay.
But something that I wanted to say about something that both of y'all alluded to earlier, I think the biggest problem with relationships and marriages today is the beginning. I don't think obviously y'all have been together for a while. I think it's the beginning that a lot of people are having issues with, including myself. It's the start, you know what I mean? And
it's
just
initially believing somebody.
That's
hard as hell.
That's true. But I do think our choices. Let me bag it up. I think women's choices are terrible. See, us men, we pretty much know off rip if we just trying to bang or we trying to be serious. I think women choices on who they decide to be serious or try to make be serious is the issue, and I really do. And I'm not saying y'all have a lot to choose from, because I don't believe y'all do. I really don't believe y'all do, and it sucks. But like he was saying, I mean, I don't know if there's some secret phone number, some secret tunnel that y'all need to do to find the good dudes, but they're out there But I do think there are a lot of women that are.
They at Costco's and don't nobody go to Costco. So I'm just playing. Go ahead.
Costco's be fooling. I just think it's a matter of finding each other, because I do think that there are a lot of good women, there are a lot of good men who ready to be in a relationship, and women who are ready to submit. But it's just finding them is the issue, because it's so many that look the same as the guys who are good leaders, but they not. And a lot of women run into them, and so it kind of spills over into the next situation.
I think our decision making is based off of to take it a little step forward, is based off society. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't have those role models and those imageries in our household. So again, like we spoke about before on a couple episode ago, we go off what we see, and we have our standards and expectations based off of projections from fake images and stuff. And that's not all women, but I think that's where the faulty decision making comes in at, because we worry, we let a lot of other people influence our decision. How he looks, how he dressed, what does he do for a living? How many children does he have? How many times has he done this? Where does he live? Instead of knowing that this is your person, I don't think it takes that long to know that there's a connection between you and this person. We just let all the other outside factors influence this, and we be like, yeah, we'll go over here to this guy right here. And like we spoke about before, all these red flags coming up, and we be like, no, I'll stay. He does this. He looks like this. And we got to stop doing that. We got to stop doing that. We got to stop doing that. You got to love yourself a little bit more than that.
Okay,
I love when both sides take their own responsibility. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, take our own responsibility. We got to be these good leaders. We got to stop just trying to smash and pass. We got to respect these women and all that. And women got to make take their responsibility. Like, choose these guys not based on, the stuff that don't really matter at the end of the day. Is this guy handling his business?
Superficial shit.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right, y'all. Let's take time to pay the bills, and we will be back. Stay tuned.
I know you're tired of the regular brands, oversized tees and the regular pants. Saw something you like, so you gave them a chance, but now you looking for some quality that's better advanced. Allow me to introduce you to this brand new crack, independently black owned, so it's brand new black. Everything's tailor-made, so it can't be snatched from the highest quality of fabric, so you can't beat that. I pledge allegiance to this SH flag. You can see it when I walk and got a boast or brag. This a lifestyle commitment, not a trend or fad, because when I'm done with this fit, I'ma cop more tags. This ain't for the loud and disingenuous crew. This is strictly for the honorable and integrous few. This is principles, morals, and loyalty too. So the question is do you see the honor in you? Scout's honor.
Honestly, they know it's quality over quantity. Look at my shirt, it's harder than geometry. Came from nothing, yeah, they used to make fun of me. Now I got the last laugh like comedy. Independent with the business, no fun to me. Chief executive officer of the company. I ain't bragging, man, I say it all humbly. I'm the man up in my town, you should honor me. Honor me, honor me, honor me. You should honor me, honor me, honor me, honor me. You should honor me, honor me, honor me, honor me. You should honor me, honor me, honor me, honor me. I'm just the one you should honor, cause I tell it raw with no condom. I want to smoke like ganja. I'm with the grease like Johnson. Thought I told you. When I hop up on a beat that I'm a monster. Been through a lot of shit, no plunger. Now the city on my shoulder like a rocket launcher. Now I got it in my hand like carpet tunnel. Now I got it in my hand like a tar hero. Been through more fights than a war hero. You don't know how I feel when you score 0. You don't know how I feel to be 4 years old with no heat in the winter when the snow is cold. Big bro and big sis standing around the stove trying to keep on while mama working on the road. They don't know nothing about that. We winning, just look at the stats. Scouts honor on the patch. They like how I drip, how I match. I look like I got that sack. I'm looking sharp as a tack. My diamonds hit like a tack. Yeah, honestly. honestly, they know it's quality over quantity. Look at my shoulders, harder than geometry. Came from nothing, yeah, they used to make fun of me. Now I got the last laugh like comedy. Independent with the business, no fun to me. Chief executive officer of the company. I ain't bragging, man, I say it all humbly. I'm the man up in my time, you should honor me. Honor me, honor me, honor me. You should honor me, honor me, honor me, honor me. You should honor me, honor me, honor me, honor me. You should honor me, honor me, honor me, honor me.
I just let you know you'll be seen.
Everybody have all their supplies. You need
Make
your
sure y'all
jump
take your
rope, you
shoes
need your
off.
skip it, you need your cones,
Okay.
you need some water. So you take it, you put it around your foot, and you throw it towards your foot that doesn't have it on it. And then you kick your other foot forward, and it'll spin around in a circle. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Go slow. Green, red, yellow. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 20. Make sure you get off the floor. 25, 30. Take your left arm down your back. Right arm, elbow, pull. 5, 10.
And we're back. Before we get to another clip, Miss Fifi, did you have something you wanted to say?
So, why the hell you ain't press record?
What you talking
That's
about?
what I wanted to say. Shit. Okay. So, so we were just talking during the break, and I wanted to reiterate on what me and Big Fella was talking about like just the whole level of listening to somebody, and he was saying like for me to, what was you saying, for me to tell people how
talk to the ladies who
help them,
who look at submission as like they the slave or some shit, like they gotta give everything and they can't have a word and this and that. Like the women who look at submission like
in a rebellious sense,
yeah, like it would never happen, I would never submit, like, you know what I'm saying, like it's not.
And he was saying you know, that what about the women who look at submission in a rebellious sense? Like, you can't tell me what to do, you know, whatever, just do the opposite of what you say. And my response to that is, that's not who you should be trying to build with. You know, that's just how I feel at the end of the day, because there is somebody for everybody. And while you may think that they may be that person physically or something like that, and other things may go, you may even have dynamic sex, because I had a real long relationship with somebody, right? And we listen, I'm serious. On paper, we was real good. We had amazing sex and everything or whatever, but I felt like we couldn't build past having a crib and a car. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, of course, we both had one, and, you know, we was good. We was able to travel a little bit, but we couldn't build because we couldn't come together financially. And I know y'all know what I'm saying with that. Like, you know, where you could do everything else but like put a plan together with somebody. And that's because there was never a compromise when it came to listening.
So you couldn't figure that out before?
No, I stuck with it for a long time. I'm telling you how retarded it is to do it for a long time. That's the whole moral of that. Like,
well, I'm gonna say I'm gonna say this. I don't think any situation is perfect. There are gonna be some things that your partner may not be so good at, and not be, you know, this or that at. You know what I mean? And I think that's where, you know, y'all gotta talk and like, hey, is we gonna work on this? Is this gonna get better? Because, you know,
and if it don't,
I think a lot. Well, then you got to move on.
How long should you wait?
Depending on, I would say, depending on what the problem.
Yeah, depending on which the situation is. You know, because like you just said, y'all couldn't build past, a house and a crib.
The basics of us being together.
Hold on, what?
The basics of us being together, like
y'all couldn't build past the basics.
To me, that was the basics. Yeah,
What's the basics?
Y'all couldn't get the basics, or y'all couldn't get past the basics?
We couldn't build past the basics.
Okay, so what I'm saying is, if building past the basics is financially, like getting better financially, that can be worked on.
No, I'm saying go in together. Both of y'all get y'all credit fixed. Like y'all build a future together. Y'all buy a house rather than renting it. You know what I'm saying? Different things like that. No, like we had it financially, but it was like this your account over here, this your mine's over here. We come together with half. You have to sit. Like it was never the conversation to sit down at the table and talk and build things. What do we want in this many years and stuff like that? And I think that is important. Like I said, we go through the motions in our relationship, and I'm being transparent to say that in that relationship, yes, I went through the motions. So that's why I'm saying that there is a time limit to how long you try to do this submissive thing.
I got you.
Because I'm not saying that I wasn't submissive in the relationship. I was submissive to the wrong man in that relationship for that long. I even knew it,
but would you agree? And I'm not take the going through the motions out of the equation for a second.
Yeah.
Would you agree, if just looking in on it from a third person, that that's something somebody could work on in their relationship? Like if that was the only thing that was wrong,
to go back hindsight.
Yeah, I'm talking about take the motions out of it, because you said you went through the motions. So take you going through the motions. Just if somebody was to tell you the same thing about their relationship, and they say, look, this financial part and this moving forward financial part is the only thing that's like stopping us, would you say that's something that y'all can work on? It's a yes or no question.
No.
That's interesting. Because I think that's something that you could work on. Like
that's not submitting at all.
I don't care if you got to bring motherfuckers in and put the motherfucker in intervention or something. If that's the only thing that's wrong in my relationship, is my woman
and you love them
is not financially like trying to get on board and trying to move forward and let's climb and let's do this and let's do that.
I'm talking okay, so when you say it like that, the answer is yes.
Okay.
But that's not it. Like that's not the it. Again, in order to build with somebody, you have to believe in their vision. And if y'all never even talk about it or nothing like that, like it's more deeper than just us being together, going together. A relationship is a spiritual connection, at the end of the day. And if we really going somewhere and this forever thing is for real, there's going to take both some understanding, some respect, some submission, some compromise, all of that, more than anything, communication, because I have to know what you like. You have to be real about this. It's people sneaking about their sexuality and everything or whatever, and they living a sick life because they not being real about shit with themselves. And more than submitting to any relationship, you have to submit to what you like and what you don't like within yourself. That's just how I feel. At the end of the day,
So you said it was deeper. Okay.
Caller, you on the line? Tell us what you want.
Hey y'all, it's me again.
Oh, hey, Whit.
Okay, so this question is for Felicia.
Hi.
Hey girl. So I was listening to what you said about the situation. I actually commented in the comments, so I'm gonna just call and ask. So in your situation with, your ex, were y'all ever considering being married, or was it just y'all was in a good long-term relationship?
Girl, yes, we was.
Yeah, because that's weird. Like me, when I'm in a girlfriend, I'm not about to join shit with you anyway. Like if we planning our future together, we gonna do this, we gonna do that, then boom, like you said, that's fixable. That's something y'all can work with. Y'all see the future. But if y'all just in a relationship and it's long term and all of that, like, I don't know. That's kind of weird to want to.
But no, this was the first and only time I ever shacked in my life, and I did it for 7 to 9 years, which is a really, really long retarded time, and I did that, But yeah, I don't recommend that to nobody, and I totally agree. I would never do it again. I would never just live with somebody and we not. on the way to forever or already we done signed up for forever, that's not gonna work for me. And
you
I
think
totally
that would have
agree.
changed? That would have changed if y'all were married. You would have stuck around.
I think that if my what's the word? I think that if I even considered it earlier, then I would have had to make a decision about it, before that time, because the reason why I was irritated in the beginning was still the reason why we broke up in the end. So, you know what I'm saying? And
financial, right?
It wasn't just finances, but to me, I guess I just used that word, but I think that the ability to build together.
So he was unwilling to, like, if you wanted to have the conversation, he didn't want to have the conversation.
Yeah, like we didn't talk about different like plans and goals and stuff like that. Like I feel like I'm on individual for real. Was you blind, Byron? What the fuck? Anyway, so let me lay on the couch. So I felt like but no, I felt like damn, I got high.
Shit.
Oh Lord. Check please.
Okay, let me just ask this final question so I can
Go ahead.
How long do y'all feel like people should stick in those kind of relationships? Okay, like, or do you
Definitely not 7 to 9 years.
No.
No,
6 months.
I'm saying, like, if you move in with somebody because you moving in with somebody, you're already taking on a bigger role.
Yeah,
let me tell you something. Let me say this. I personally think you should live with somebody before you marry them, first of all. Second of all, I think within 12 months you should know everything you need to know. If you don't know what you need to know in 12 months, you wasn't looking the way you should have been supposed to have been looking.
Thank you.
You know, and if that guy, if you know, there's what, a couple of major categories in relationships, finance being one of them. If y'all are not equally have the same goals financially, you know, you got to know that like 6 to 12 months. Honestly, at our age, we need to know that before we even get in a relationship. Honestly, if a person they ain't got to be there, but if they not even doing the things to get there, or you know what I'm saying, it's like, come on, what are you doing?
Right,
you grown as hell.
Right.
You know, so
Diana, did you have anything to say?
No, y'all.
She like, I'm chilling.
Y'all got it covered.
She getting her little tan. She getting her little tan on.
When you get past a certain age, you gotta know you can't be waiting.
It's beautiful over there.
Where she at? Where you at?
I'm in Alabama.
Oh, okay.
I'm jealous.
You in Alabama?
She got a short shirt on and everything.
You down there in the deep.
Yeah, shoot. Everybody down there know how to cook. For real.
She should have had some greens on there flexing like.
Absolutely right.
Just stay on the main roads, okay? Stay on the main road.
You crazy? What part of Alabama you in?
It's called Aniana. It's like 45 minutes outside of Birmingham.
Okay.
It's a little country. I'm in the country.
Man.
I'm sure Felicia know where you at because she stay all
she
around
said,
these parts.
I know what area she's in. She's off like 69 area, 20.
Yes, ma'am.
Yep.
Yes, ma'am. Right where you lose service about 25 minutes to get
right.
Jesus.
Not too far from Belma.
You know what, guys? I had 5 clips, and obviously this is such a hot topic that I really, and I've said this again, but next week next episode we already know our topic because we've got plenty of clips. We probably could run this for about 3 more shows.
She doing the series.
Man, we probably need to go ahead and go live a little bit later on. You know, on this, you know,
y'all into submission
somewhere else, man.
Yeah, we could do that too.
Yeah.
We could do that too because we haven't went live on Instagram. Y'all need to check us out on Instagram because we do go live. Follow me everywhere on Rocky Road Productions. If you need a little help with navigation, go to RockyRoadMedia.com. It's gonna take you where you need to go. I'm telling y'all, we moving. This is a locomotive. You better get on this train or fall off of it. I don't know.
And
Whitney said,
women be submissive.
Yes, and be submissive. Whitney said, I knew Lloyd was the one when he wanted to help me get financially stable.
Ain't that something?
And he showed me the way even through my stubbornness.
See?
But that's great. That's what y'all said.
So we gotta.
Exactly what was touched on. That's exactly what y'all said. When you
right, somebody to make you want to listen to him.
That starts with the first thing he said.
Make you want to listen to him.
Trust. My wife, she trusts me.
Yeah, you gotta want to listen. I said you gotta want to listen to him. He gonna tell you what to do.
Sean Richards.
Yeah, but see, that's the hard part right there. Go ahead. What you was about to say?
Sean Richards says, sound like it was all about her and what she wanted. Are you talking about Fifi? I'm sorry. I'm just seeing this comment.
Be a little bit mad. Well,
no, it wasn't.
It couldn't have been, man. Not 8 to 9 years. No.
No. I know, Felicia. That wasn't the case.
Yeah.
Frederick Madden, start off with good faith. John 2 is saying, no, sir, it goes both ways. Females first meet you. They know if they want to fuck you or not. It's what you say or do that makes them change their minds.
What?
This was back to something Big Fella had said.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I have drawn some cataway by the time I got there. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Sean Richards says, everyone feel like they're entitled to something. Yeah, that's a good point. Okay.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not.
I mean, we all...
You're supposed to be entitled to respect.
Yeah.
Everybody. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing wrong with that.
But people take entitlement too far, for sure.
Yeah, they do.
Oh, okay, so moving forward. So let's, before we run out of time, the video. How do y'all feel about what she said? I mean, she broke down so much.
She did. And here's the thing, you know, I know that the media will have you looking at black men one way.
Yeah.
And I don't see 90% of what they display. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm friends with a lot of good black dudes. I'm business associates with a lot of them. I don't see it. So, but don't get me wrong. I do go out and see, you know, that I don't know personally. I do go out and see, you know, the guys who still got their pants down and grown as hell.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I know all these, and no knock to anybody in the music industry, but if your primary thing, if you 40 and up and your primary thing is still rapping, it's like, come on, man.
Right.
Like, don't get me wrong, I'm a music guy, so I'm not trying to bash.
Right.
But let that be your secondary or your thirdary thing, and if it blow up, it blow up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But you know, you got bills to pay, you got kids, come on.
Yeah.
You know, but everybody taking their responsibility. I love it. Women take their responsibility, men take their responsibility, and if we do that, you know, we should be smooth.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to stop living our lives from what we see online, because at the end of the day, that is what they want. They're painting a picture to control. Huh? What'd you say, Diane?
And the expectations of other people.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you have to concentrate on your own household and your own thing. You can't keep comparing yourself. If you're always comparing yourself to other people, you'll always be in conflict. And people lie and show you what they want you to see anyway. So why are you comparing yourself to these other lying ass people?
Oh my God.
You know, I got a saying, you know, to piggyback off of that. Mm-hmm. I have a saying that always stuck with me, is that your relationship should be just as unique as your fingerprint. It shouldn't be anything on this earth like it.
Come on now.
That's true.
I like that.
It shouldn't be comparable at all. You know,
Instagram be lying.
they do.
What
Stop
work for
looking
you
at that
don't have
shit.
to work for somebody else.
Online people be lying.
So do VH1.
It's such a fucking facade.
Is it TV1, VH1? Which one of the housewives
All
and all
of
that stuff? The hip hops be coming on.
All of them now.
Right. They be lying too.
Too many. Y'all, and listen, ladies, too, we have to stop getting on the phone complaining with other women, because other women live for that shit.
Yeah.
They live for that shit. And I'm not going to say how I've had living proof told to me by somebody that let me know you really do have to watch what you telling your friend, because you be thinking they your girls, but they be sitting all the while like they be over there like Spice Adams,
like hyenas.
I'm just waiting on this shit to fuck up. You know what I'm saying? You know how you be doing in that?
And that's a show right on.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Spice.
And so, I mean, I am blessed to have really good girlfriends. But, I mean, like me and Felicia, when we get on the phone, we talking pure shit. We not complaining. We talking and we laugh.
Shit, I'm a lamb.
Yeah, okay.
Stop.
Okay.
Look at me.
You know what I'm saying? Diana and I, we're gonna, if we get on the phone, we're gonna have a constructive phone call. We not on there complaining. We might do a little check-in. What's going on with you, girl? Da 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 da. How's that working out? What's going on? Da 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 da. And we move on. But it's not no complaining session. Me and Whitney, we not complaining about these men. We talking about this content. 9 times out of 10, she calling me girl. She's scratching her head trying to figure out something. But that's it. And we talking shit. You know what I'm saying? Ransom Robes. Check us out. It's a lot of shit talking. So that I like to keep my friendships lighthearted. You know what I'm saying? And if it's not about business and we can't laugh together, I don't need it.
Yeah.
I just don't need it.
Y'all can cry together too, right?
Yeah, but we don't do a lot of crying.
That shit take too long.
Yeah, we don't do a lot of.
Get it out every now and again. It's food for the soul.
I feel you.
And my spouse
You
don't
do that
give
in
me
the
no
shower.
headache.
You can multitask, wash your face off, and get back out.
Yeah, my spouse don't give me no headache. You know what I'm saying? And then, too, once you really get in your relationship, you realize that guys don't want to hear that shit. They don't want to hear that. They don't want to insert a tampon and listen to your bullshit.
No.
You know what I'm
should
saying?
be tired of hearing yourself.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yes. Women, listen and be submissive.
You know.
It'll work.
Listen and be submissive. Shut your ass up.
Well, y'all, we about to get out of here. I'm gonna go ahead and let Fifi do her shout outs of what she wants you to follow her on and all that first, and then we're gonna go down the line. And we
got to. I could just say, all right, then y'all know where I'm at. I'll be right here all the time.
Go
ahead.
You know what? Okay, well, follow us on RockyRoadMedia.com. Okay, you can find us.
Big fella, new Be Sure beard oil. Check it out.
I'm here and I'm alive. Follow me. I don't know.
Follow him
wherever
at
the hell you want to. You know what I mean?
All right, y'all. We out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sticked up at the table like we know sushi had 10 and 17. Draped in all Gucci, I'ma need my glue.
When you expect people to do the same thing for you that you do for them, that's an expectation. You expecting them to be like you.
Speaking of toxic, what's going on, my guy?
Speaking of toxic,
we got one of the most toxic guys. Hey, listen up. Have a seat, man.
The nigga's shirt say toxic tone.
Yeah, that's he got on the right shirt for the day.
Nigga don't get on talking about that girl, man. He's supposed to fuck him and feed him dog food anyway.
Excuse me, sir. Okay.
So this ain't Brett Reed's first run-in with the law. In 2007, he was actually charged with running some kind of drug ring with his brother outside of Andy Reid's house in Philadelphia. Like, people just be too rich to be so ghetto. You really cannot teach people manners.
The way that I grind, you should see sparks flying. No F, I ain't trying. Stay ready for that action.